Okay, this video is going to be a little bit more detailed. It's going to have information on why you should have a group. It's going to also include the how to create a Facebook cover. So if this is your first time creating any type of group, you've never created a Facebook cover using PicMonkey, this is probably the video for you because it's going to be an all-in-one, step-by-step instruction to get a complete Facebook page group set up. So here we go. So you're going to basically log into your Facebook account. And then over on the left, you're going to see that there is a section called groups. You're going to click on more. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you a list of groups that you manage. If you've never created a group, then obviously you won't have anything here unless someone has made you an administrator of their group. Then you're going to have a list of groups that you're in. As you can see here, I'm in a ton of different groups. Basically, this is the page where all of your groups can be found. On the upper right-hand corner, you're going to click on Create Group. Now, as you're going through this, feel free to pause this and go through it step by step. That's what I have done in the past is I'll just open up my window and I'll just toggle back and forth and listen to the step and then go and create that step and then just come back to the video. So click on Create Group. From here, it's going to give you an option to create a new group. You're going to give the group a name. The group name can be anything that you want, and this group name can be changed at any time. So don't stress too hard or too long on what to name your group. Unless you already know specifically what you want, then go ahead. Otherwise, it can be something just as simple as Mindy's fitness group. Mine is named the Live and Fit with John and Trish fitness group. And, you can always feel free to use the Live and Fit name. I do feel as any of my coaches that have joined me feel free to use Live and Fit. I feel like it really says a lot. It kind of goes in line with my Life Without Limits team name. Live and Fit encompasses more than just the physical side of losing weight and the healthy side of eating well and treating our bodies right. It covers everything, the mental side, it covers our relationships, it covers our financial well-being. It's the whole package. So here you're going to type, so we'll call it Mindy's Fitness Group. Okay. So you have to add a member to the group to open it. So I always choose somebody that is either on my team. You can add me. I would encourage you to add your family members here. So just reach out to those people that you want to add when you're creating your group and get permission from them. I mean, obviously, if it's your husband or your kids or whatever, then you are in charge. I'm just kidding. So anyway, so you add somebody here. I always add my husband. Because I know that if he doesn't want to be in the group, I can remove him or he can remove himself, whatever. You can add this group to your favorites so that it lists at the top of your Facebook page so that they're easier to find. But I typically just let them be wherever they're going to be. Under that, you have privacy. The privacy section, this place is where you really want to probably be either a closed group or a secret group. A public group, anybody can see it and the members and their posts. And so especially if you're doing a fitness group, if this is something else where you want anybody to be able to jump in, maybe you have a happiness page or I have a gratitude group. Those are things that you might be interested in sharing publicly so that you can gain more people into your group because they can actually see it and they can see what the group is about and join in. I typically lean towards closed groups for most of my groups because it basically makes it so that everybody that's in there can feel comfortable posting. They can feel like it's a safe place that none of their friends are going to see their pictures or their posts or any of that. So that's the one that I like the best. It does make it so that other people can see that they are in the group, but that's not really a big deal. It opens it up so that people can request to be in that group. So let's say you have a friend and her name is Chris and she has a friend whose name is Melissa, and Melissa sees that Chris is in your group. She can't see anything that's going on in there, but she can kind of see that it's a fitness group and by golly, she wants to lose 10 pounds. So she requests to be in the group. You get a request from her and you can add her to that group and then friend her, and build a relationship with her. So it is a way that you can allow other people into the group. In addition to that, there is a secret group. A secret group cannot be seen at all by anybody other than the people that are in it. So I typically choose closed. Hit create. You can then choose an icon. You don't have to choose an icon, but you can if you would like to. Click on OK. And then basically your group is now created. It is as simple as that, okay? And this is where I'm going to show you how to create a Facebook cover using PicMonkey as well. But from here, you can add a description, you can add your cover photo, you can add members. The way that you add members is you basically click here on this little section and you say, I'm gonna add a member. So I'm gonna add Jody Carlson to this group. And as you can see here, it gave me a confirmation. It says Jody Carlson has been added. If maybe you accidentally added the wrong person, you can click undo and remove them. Or you can go to the members section up here and you can see all the members in the group and you can change things here, okay? So let's say I wanted to remove my husband from this group. So I can click on the little settings wheel and I can hit remove from group. It'll ask me if I'm sure I want to remove him. Let's say you have somebody that's causing trouble in your group and they're making snide comments or they're just not following your practices. Let's say you want to block them permanently so that they can never come back into the group. If you click this, then they can never come back into the group, okay? So I'm going to hit confirm, and then that basically will remove him. So if I refresh this screen, John is no longer there. So let's say I want to make someone an administrator of the group. Let's say you're doing a group with another coach. You can make that person an administrator. Basically, that person can then have the opportunity to make changes to the group. They are essentially someone who can run the group. So I'm going to make Jody an admin. You basically just click on the settings and then click make admin. Make admin. Okay. So that is basically the way to create admins in your group. You can add people here. You can search for people here. So I'm going to go back to the main page, which is the discussion page, and I'm going to look at my description. Under the description, you can make this whatever you want. Typically what I include in here are things, I'm actually just going to show you what's in mine. So I'm going to jump over real quick, and then we'll come back here. But I'm going to jump over to my current group. And as you can see, I typically will change my cover page sometimes to whatever challenge it is that I maybe am doing at the time. So right now I'm doing a Life Without Limits challenge. And I can see how many members I have in my group. I can add people to the group here, whatnot. So I'm going to go down to where my description is at, and I'm going to click on See More. If I clicked on Edit, I could actually change it. But as you can see here, I basically welcome them to the group. I kind of tell them this is a place that they can get support, motivation, and tools to reach their goals. That I'm happy to work with them. I explain that I am a Beachbody coach so that people understand that that is what I am. And so when I do start advertising, a new product or Shakeology or someone to join in on my size challenge or 21-day fix challenge or, Insanity, whatever it is, that they're not surprised that I am a Beachbody coach. And I explain that the reason I am a Beachbody coach is because it worked so good for me that I wanted to share that with as many people as possible. I then created a video, and this is something that you could actually send to people. I'm also going to show you, I'm going to give you a list of comments that you can send to people that are kind of pretty stock comments that you can edit to your own personal liking so that it sounds like you, that it fits your personality. But I created this video to basically explain what it is that this group is, what the rules are, who I am, why I'm a coach, that I'm a coach, so on and so forth, so that people can get a good look of what it is that they can get out of this group, so on and so forth. So I go on and I write out basically the same things that are in this video. And I say, rule number one is to be kind. If you have a fitness group, this is a place where you want people to feel comfortable, that they can share whatever it is that they want, that they can post a picture of themselves in their underwear, standing in front of their mirror, and they have 200 pounds to lose, and that they are not going to get ridiculed for that they're going to get supported for that and congratulated for having the courage to share their journey. I know that that's one of the big things that happens is that people are so afraid to share. I mean, I know that I was afraid to share what I was doing. And so when you can have someone feel comfortable enough to share wholeheartedly what they want to do, it's going to be more impactful for them, and they're going to be able to reach their goals better. My next thing is that I ask people not to advertise in my group. I don't want people to come in and be trying to take my friends and people that I'm trying to build relationships with, and to have them run off to the next, thing that's going on, and not to put any other type of opportunity down. But, there's some quick get rich quick and the fitness world kind of things, lose this weight by no exercise and, that sort of thing. And if you're a coach, you're a Beachbody coach, that it takes hard work and it takes doing the right things day in and day out to reach your goals, that there's no magic pill and no magic way to lose weight. And if there are things that can help you do it quickly, most of them don't help you maintain it. You will see results quick and then they're gone. So this is obviously, this all, but this is a place where people can get true support and friendship from you and the people in the group. So I do ask people not to advertise. And then I ask people to have fun and share. Like, the biggest thing that you can do is get other people to share. Get other people to work in the group, to share their stories, share their struggles, share, what's going on in their world. Because the more that they post, the more that other people will post. Now, the flip side of that is you will go through times where people will not post. Do not let that get you down. Do not let that make you feel like you are not getting your point across. Do not let that make you feel like you are there alone, because you are not. I can guarantee it. You posting every day and making sure that you are there, you could be the support system for even just one other person. And I have seen over the years where people have come to me after a year and they're like, you know what, Trisha, thank you so much for posting every day. Trisha, thank you so much for inviting me every time you did a free challenge. Thank you for, not giving up on me and believing in me. And then they're ready to change their lives. They're ready to take that next big step that's going to really do something amazing for them. Okay. So keep that in the back of your mind, that even though you might not be getting feedback, there are people that are in there. They're in there by choice. They want to be in there. And, I can't remember if I said it already in this video or not, but never add anybody to these groups without getting their permission. You don't want to just add people. You want people to want to be in the group and to know that you're adding them so that they understand. People that don't get asked to be added to groups and just get added feel like they have no control, that they're being forced to do something. And as we all know, especially in the health and fitness world, you cannot be forced to do this. This has to be something that you are ready to do, that you want the change and you want the support. So anyway, I go on and I say that, here's some suggestions for people to post, what they're doing for their workout, what they're eating, how much water they're drinking. I encourage them to post other motivational things that they find, have other people share. That's what this is about. Have them post questions, have them post successes, challenges, and setbacks. And so then I go on and I give them my transformation video that shows what I did and why, so that the people can get to know me a little bit better, because just as I want to get to know them better, I want them to feel comfortable with me. And so I feel like the more that I share about me, the more they're willing to share about them. Okay. So then in addition to that, I do ask people to go ahead and sign up for their free Team Beachbody profile through me. If you are doing a joined group, so maybe you're working with another coach, you want to consider how you present this and whether you do this at all. Maybe you just want to have a link to your personal email, your phone numbers, so that people can reach out to you, your Facebook link, whatnot, they can reach out to you directly, and then you can help them set up. So you could say, hey, we are doing this group together, please contact us to get the appropriate link so that you can sign up for your profile under the person who invited you to this group. So that's pretty much the gist of what I put in my About section. And a lot of people don't read this, so that's where I do personal messages to people. And I say, hey, thanks for joining my group. Maybe I'm doing the free challenge and that's how they've gotten there. I'll give them a little bit of information about the free challenge. And then I might give them information like maybe the link to this video about my group. Something as simple as that can really help people understand what it is that your group is about. You could also just give them the rules. You could easily send them a private message that has a copy of your rules, and basically just copy that to them. They understand what's going on. And then when you close it out, just say, hey, I'm here for you. I can't wait to, walk alongside you on this journey. I can't wait to hear about your goals. I can't wait to see you in the group. Things like that are going to encourage, set it up so that people understand that you want to interact with them, okay? So we are going to go back now to the group. So if you basically should still just be on your page that we just created. So the one I created was the Cindy's Fitness group. So the thing that we have left to do now is obviously we need to add our description, which I just walked through, but we need to add a cover photo. And so from here, I'm going to go ahead and show you through PicMonkey how to create a cover photo. So I'm going to open a tab. I'm going to click on picmonkey.com. And from here, I'm going to click on collage. I'm going to click on collage, and it's basically going to give me an opportunity to open up a file. And what I'm going to do is I am going to pick a picture of myself. One of the things that I encourage you to do is to use a picture of yourself in the things that you advertise. When you put something out, you do not want to be putting out Beachbody. You don't want to be putting out other people. You want people to see you. People are going to connect with you, and they're going to want to work with you because of you. So your face needs to be out there. You are your brand. You will hear that over and over. You know, your brand, your brand, your brand. Your brand is not Beachbody. It's not Shakeology. It's not the workouts. It's not Insanity. It's not 21 Day Fix or Size or any of those. It's you. People can get Beachbody programs from anywhere. People can get Shakeology from anywhere, from anyone. Why do they want to work with you? It's because you're you. Okay, so the thing that you want to do is you want to come over here to the left, and there's this little layouts button. You want to click on layouts. That is going to give you an option to do a whole bunch of different layouts. And as you can see, you can click through here, and there's a ton of different things you can use this for. You'll use this eventually for acknowledging people on your team, acknowledging transformations from people who have worked with you, you know, all sorts of things, announcements for events, things like that. But we're looking to make a Facebook cover today. I encourage you to come back in here and play with this if you have time, or you can walk through them as you need them. Click on Facebook cover, and I typically will click on the first one here that gives me these three sections, okay? I generally, you can change the background, you can do all sorts of stuff here, but you know, a lot of times I will use a black background. You don't have to. You can use a white background. You can change the color to whatever it is that you want. I typically will reduce the spacing a little bit so that there's not so much, as you can see, this will adjust that, okay? I usually reduce the spacing so that there's not so much in between. And then a lot of times I'll round the corners so that the pictures that I put in here will have a little bit of softness to the edges. And again, you can change the background color to anything that you want. From there, we're going to go back to the images icon, and you're going to see that I have my photo here. I'm going to grab it and drag it over to where I want to place it. And so you can see there that I put the picture in. You can adjust the size of this however you want. I mean, you can make it so that this whole thing is, you know, whatever. So you can just adjust that however you see fit. But again, make sure that you have a picture of yourself. And then from here, let's say I want to, this is going to be my obviously this is my Facebook group photo. So I might want to include some fitness images or some good healthy food images. Maybe I want to include some things about Beachbody up here. That is fine. But you basically can go out to Google and do a Google search, and you can say fitness images. You can find fitness images, and you can pretty much use any of these or create your own. So let's say you find this picture and you're like, oh, that's a really cool picture. Go make your own. Go grab your camera or have someone take a picture of you or set it up so that you can take the picture yourself. Do a video and do a screenshot, whatever. You can create your own pictures. But let's say you find something in here that you really like and you're like, okay, I think I like this group shot here of people doing lunges. You go to the picture, you right click on it, click save image, and you can name it whatever you want. So this one, I'm gonna just put fitness. All right. So now we're gonna go back to our photo PicMonkey editor, and we're going to say we wanna open more photos. Click on open more photos, click open from computer, and then find the picture that you just saved. So I'm gonna just type it here in my search bar, and it's gonna bring up that image. Now I can grab it and bring it over here. So you can see here that I have a nice little image that has some, you know, it basically looks like fitness. Then I'm like, okay, that's good enough. That's some good detail. I want to add some text. To add text, you need to go to edit mode. Now, the thing that you want to do is you cannot make changes to what you have here after you click on edit. So if you wanted to change your background or you wanted to change these pictures, you cannot make those changes after you click edit. So click on edit, it's going to confirm that. It's going to ask you, are you sure you want to do that? Because you can't make changes, just like I said. Click open in editor, and it's going to give us a bunch of different options. The main ones that you really want to look at here are your texts. You can look at the overlays, which can give you some geometric shapes and things like that if you wanted to add those. You can add logos, whatever it is that you want here. You could add some other images. So you could come in and plop in another image on top of here. So let's say you wanted to add another picture of yourself in this section. You could do it that way. But we're really going to concentrate mostly on text. And again, you can always play with this. Don't work too hard on these. You want to make them look good, but they don't have to be perfect. You don't want to waste too much time trying to make the perfect ads or cover photos. So I'm going to choose quicksand and click add text. And it's basically going to give me a text box here. And I'm going to say Mindy's Fitness Community. Okay, and you can make this whatever you want. Again, sky's the limit, whatever you want to make it. I'm going to select the text, and I'm going to center it, and I'm going to, I guess, make it look like that so that I can get more. And then you can adjust the size. You can change the color. You can change the font if you wanted to change it to this. You can change. You can just, play with it and see which thing you like the best. And then you can, again, make it bigger. You can change the color. You also can adjust the size here. Again, change the color. So you can just play with this, all right? So once you have it the way that you want it and it's, ready to go, you just click on save. Save to my computer. And I'm going to call it Mindy's Group Facebook Cover. It's now saving, okay? So we're going to go back to our Facebook page. Once it lets me. And you are going to click on upload photo. You're going to again find the cover photo you just created. And there it is, Mindy's Group Facebook Cover. And it is going to populate it there, all right? So here it is, Mindy's Fitness Community. It's got a good fitness picture. It's got a picture of myself, although my name's not Mindy. So you just click Save Changes. You can actually move it around. Typically, when you create a Facebook cover, it's pretty static. It's pretty much the size that it needs to be, so you can't really change it. But the only other things that I'd like to add from here are under the settings. You can go to Edit Group Settings. I typically will put any member can add members, but an admin must approve them. This will make it so that people can't just add people to your group. You really want to make this so that you have control over who's in there. You know who's in there. You have seen them. I don't stress too much over it anymore. I know originally when I first started, I was told, oh, don't let anybody in that is another coach and, things like that. And there's upsides and downsides to that. I personally don't mind sharing anything that I have or know with anyone, regardless of what team they're on, because I believe that what I have isn't anything special. And if I can help someone by just giving them a couple little tips, I wish that I would have had that when I started. And so that's kind of how I look at it. Now, the flip side to that is if you have somebody in there that's trying to take your people, then that's a whole nother thing. And for the most part, I think that you'll find that if you provide value to your people, if you come in every day and you post, it's not going to matter if there's somebody in there that's saying, hey, come over here, I got something better. People are going to believe in you, and they're going to believe in what Beachbody has to offer if you present it in the proper manner and if you create those relationships and friendships with people. They're not going to run for the person that's like, hey, you could do this, and you don't have to work out, and you can eat whatever you want, and all of that. So just be mindful of that and take a look and just kind of watch what's going on. And obviously, if people are posting publicly on your page and you don't want that stuff there, then I would say something to them, remove them from the group. Sometimes you can reach out to them and help them to see that what they're doing isn't the appropriate way. If you ever have that issue, reach out to me and I can help you figure out a way to confront them, for lack of better words, on what it is they're doing. You could potentially turn that person into a Beachbody lover and a coach that could do amazing things if they had just the right tools. Because usually those people are being taught to do it that way, and that's not how it works. You know what I mean? You can't just push people, and you really need to build those relationships. And that's really why Beachbody, I think, is a lot different, is that it's about building relationships. It's not about the end result of a sale. It's about changing someone's life, and in the process changing your own. So always keep that in mind, and that will help you to go far. Some people do, and only admins can post to the group. I'll do this sometimes, like in some groups where I make it so that the only people that can post are the admins of the group. And then so those people have to comment on the post of the day. So that requires a little bit more management. You got to make sure that you are the first person to post each day and that you're up bright and early, you know, and if you happen to live on the West Coast and you got people on the East Coast, you know, you might miss some people. So I typically do leave mine open so that anybody can post in the group that's in the group. Click on save, and that will save your information. So back here to the discussion page, basically we now have everything set up to run free groups, free challenges in our group. We have the place to support and motivate people and help them change their lives. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I know this was a little bit longer video, but I did want to give you a video that had kind of all of the information about how to create the fitness group, or the support group from the first step to the end, including the PicMonkey Facebook cover, so that you didn't have to hop out to another video. So hopefully you found this helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you and helping you reach your goals.